I am Halim Ahmed, Assistant Professor in Head Department of Physics, St. Francis de Sales College, Nagpur. On behalf of IQAC and Organizing Committee, I extend a warm welcome to all of you in this 5-day national level online workshop on intricacies of NAAC assessment for better scoring, organized by St. Francis de Sales College, Nagpur from 27 July to 31st July 2020. Today is the third day of online workshop. In the first session, we have with us an eminent speaker, Dr. L. Cathrine, to share her expertise on NAAC Criterion 4, Infrastructure and Learning Resources. Before we go ahead, I have an important announcement. All the participants are required to fill the feedback form for each session on the same day. The link for the same are shared in the chat box on the YouTube, MS Team, Facebook, as well as on the WhatsApp groups. It is a great pleasure to introduce Dr. Cathrine. She is an assistant professor at an autonomous Holy Cross College, Tiruchirappalli, and has 15 years of teaching experience. She did her MSc in 2004 from St. Joseph's Autonomous College, Tiruchirappalli, and MPhil in 2006 and PhD in 2012 from Bharati Dasan University, Tiruchirappalli. Dr. L. Cathrine is a dynamic and enthusiastic professor cum researcher in the field of chemistry and always encourages young research scholars to pursue their awards by providing intellectual assistance. More than studies, she advises students to follow the human values which will be a blessing in their lives. She encourages students to do regular exercise and meditation to keep their minds and body healthy. Her field of research is phytochemistry. She has published 22 research papers in reputed international journals and also has authored a book. She has completed 2 UGC minor research projects and also have received awards. She guided more than 50 UG and PG students and 2 MPhil students. Presently, there are 5 research scholars working under her. She is a member of doctoral committee at Holy Cross College, Trichy, St. Joseph College, Trichy, Jamal Muhammad College, Trichy, AVVM, Sri Pushpam College, Tanjore. She is a life member of AACT in both scientific society. She is a member of editorial board, review committee, and expert panel of Global Illuminators Research Journal and Conferences, Malaysia. She is also an executive member for the Alumni Association of St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli since 2018. We are extremely happy to have you, ma'am, with us. Without more ado, I invite Dr. L. Cathrine to start her presentation. Over to you, Dr. L. Cathrine. Dr. L. Cathrine.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for a nice presentation, a nice introduction about me. Thank you. So, good morning to one and all gathered here in this virtual platform. I thank the management, principal, Reverend Father of SFS College for giving me this opportunity to deliver a talk on Criteria 4.
If you could please switch on your camera, ma'am.
Oh yes, yeah. So it's my pleasure to thank the management and principal of Reverend Father of FS College for giving me this opportunity to deliver a talk on Criteria 4. It's my pleasure and privilege to thank our college principal, Reverend Dr. Sister Christina Bridget, and IQAC coordinator, Turin Martina ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. So this chance to deliver a speech about NAAC criteria to different colleges was mainly due to our principal, who was the important person and a star to guide us on to get A++ grade with the CGPA 3.75. So as yesterday Sheila Christopher ma'am told, we worked hardly for 3 years. Our breath, sleep and dream, everything was NAAC. So we were able to reach the goal. So thank you all for giving me this chance. Now going to the presentation. So it is visual, sir. So can you view?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can see it.
Please
Just
minimize the window, ma'am.
Halim, sir, you can turn off your video.
Yeah. So I have to come out and turn off the video.
Yes, please proceed.
No, ma'am. It was not for you. It's all perfect now. You go ahead.
So I am Dr. L. Cathrine, Dean of Science, and Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Holy Cross College. So now we are going to see about the infrastructure and learning resources of NAAC Criteria 4. So there's a quote that this wisdom laden trees often grown in holistic environment. So the environment which provides a proper atmosphere for excellent growth is favorable for all educational institutions. So the students will come with more dream when they come to the college. So they need some surprise when they come to the college. So only the students will learn with more fun, and that will make them to aspire more for something big. So the infrastructure is a very important one for an institution, which opens a gate to infinite learning possibilities. And also it will so the students will not, there will be not dropouts when there is a good infrastructure. So there are some best infrastructure facilities that can bring life to our educational institution. That is, we are having 4 points. That is by learning with fun and with a smart classroom model and with a go green principle and to be more sporty. So when coming to this learning is fun. So nowadays students more not like olden days. The students will not they are not sitting and studying. They are just depending on all these gadgets. That is mobile, net, and all that they are doing. So we have to go with the generation. So what we have to do is we have to equip our campus infrastructure for the students to learn more. So since the technology has increased more, so we have to get ready with that. So so we have to have a good quality of books in the library and a good auditorium and a games room and a well organized research lab and a spacious seminar rooms and a creativity room, etc. So this will improve the students in learning experience. This will improve the students in learning and they get more experience for students. The next one is when coming to the smart classroom model. So there are nowadays the classrooms must be equipped with smart boards, projectors that will add more beauty to the classroom. So the classroom is the most important one for a student to learn. So And also there must be some open windows for them. That is a bonus one, to have a brightened classroom and also to promote freshness of mind. And the next part is to go green. And this is a picture of our college campus, which is always looking green. So this will help the students to grow in a positive impact, and also it will encourage the youth for when they ride the bicycle, and then when using paper bags, and also recycled products. So our campus is an eco-friendly campus. So what we will do is each month we'll having a one practice that all the staff members and students, they must not use their vehicles. For one day we must not use our vehicle. We can come by bicycle, or we can because we are keeping our campus to keep our campus more clean and green. We are avoiding the pollution. So no vehicles will be allowed inside our campus for each month. For one day we'll have this. We are having this in our practice. And also by consuming organic foods, we have to teach the children to take organic food, so that it's important for the canteen to maintain that organic foods. And also we have to have innovative technologies like solar panels to generate electricity, and also water harvesting. So all these facilities must be allowed. This must be in a college. And then when coming to be sporty, so a good mind resides in a sound body. So we must be the students must be well trained for sports. So the proper facility must be available, like volleyball, basketball, tennis, cricket, badminton, sports stadium. So this will encourage the students to make their career in sports. So now it will also allow them to face many highs and lows in their life. So they will not be get more stressed when they involved in sports. And a green and a green campus creates best minds for tomorrow. So the infrastructure plays a very important role for an institution. So this infrastructure plays an important, vital role in development of college. Our students now focusing on the labs, classrooms while selecting a college. So this is also a college campus. This is a picture of a college campus. These are blocks which are available in our college campus. So these, these are all geotag photographs, which we took for our NAAC. So it must be all geotag photographs of the college blocks. So when coming to the criteria 4, so that's I have gave some introduction about the infrastructure of a college, how a college must be. And now coming to the criteria, the important points. So here the weightage given for infrastructure learning resources is 100. So for the physical facilities it is given 30. A library as learning resources 20, and for IT infrastructure 30. Maintenance of campus infrastructure 20. So when coming to the physical facilities, so in this part 4.1, it is a descriptive part. It's a descriptive part. So you have to give complete information about the physical facilities available in a college, in an institution. So what are the details that have to be given for this descriptive answer? So here we have to tell how many classrooms are there in a college. So mainly what you have to tell is how many smart classrooms are there. That is how many classrooms are equipped with that is LCD projectors, and then smart boards. So we have to tell all that, and then we have to tell how many seminar halls are available with the computers or LCD projectors and the well audio system. so that we can facilitate the meetings, workshops, conferences, and also then there must be how many LCD projectors we have to give the detail about how many LCD projectors, smart rooms, and then LED TVs are available, and whether we are having some computing facility centers. So we can tell that also, and also how many rooms, separate rooms are available for like as for sports room, fine arts room, gym, and then NCC room, NSS room for rescape. So we can tell all these how many the separate rooms are available, and then you have to give details about the laboratories. So what are the laboratories available in the college, because each science department will be having laboratories like chemistry laboratory, physics laboratories, and then some advanced research instrumentation center will be also be available, which is equipped with high costly instruments. So we have to so advanced instruments. So in our college we are having some advanced instruments like XRD, GCMS, HPLC, IR, and these are all UGC and FIST funded, DST FIST funded instruments. So we are having in a separate room, and that is named as Advanced Research Instrumentation Center, and are also some centers will be having, some research centers will be having. So centers like animal cell culture, animal house, and we in our college we are having a bioinformatics center, which is sponsored by DBT, it is sponsored by DBT, and there are some specialized instruments available in the audiology. So in our college we are having a department called as audiology and speech language pathology. So here the children who cannot hear or they cannot speak, so they'll be given some training in that department. So they'll be having some equipments in their departments for the children with speech language, for the hearing disorders, and also they'll be having other department, that is rehabilitation center. So the students which are physically challenged, so that we are giving some training for the students. So there some equipments will be available like a braille printer, talking books. So that kind of informations we have to give in this descriptive part. And what are the computing facilities which are available? That are the computing facilities which are available in the college. So like as what is the Wi-Fi? How many? What is the Wi-Fi access? How many Wi-Fi access points? And optical fiber connected, and how many generators are there? So like that we can give the details about that. And solar panels, how many solar panels are available? So we can tell the details. So all these we must give in this descriptive part, and we are in the link that will give you be given provided a link. In that link we have to give all the geotag photographs. You have to attach all the geotag photographs of the in the 4.4.1 question. In the link you have to provide all the photographs. So overall about the infrastructure of the college, we have to provide the photographs. So we are having an audio visual room in our college, and these are the equipments which are available. And this is a central instrumentation center with all the instruments. So next, coming to 4.1.2, that is about facilities available for cultural activities, yoga, games, and sports. So here we have to give the details about how many open air stage are there, and auditorium, and then how many halls are available, seminar halls are, that is halls are available for this cultural activities. And also we have to give the details about the sports. So what are the how much we have to give the area of the volleyball, basketball court. So how much area it is covered, and you have to give the photographs link of the playground, and total acre, that is how many acres we are having a playground in a college. We have to tell the details about that. And then for all the code, if you are having a basketball court, you have to tell the area about the basketball court. And in our college, we are providing some support to the sports students. We are giving some privileges. That is, they are given scholarship for the sport. We have special scholarship from the management we are giving, and then the mess fees will be paid by the college itself for the sports students. And when coming to the meditation and yoga, so the cushions will be provided to the students and more space will be available. So this meditation part is very important for the students to get released from the stress, make the students get released from the stress. So this is some of the photographs of our students when they are doing meditation and yoga. And in our college, we are having a band, musical band. So they be having all the equipments of the musical band, and also the students will also participate in intercollegiate competitions. So these are some of the photographs of our students involved in the cultural activities. So here you have to, in the link, you have to give the photographs of all the open air stages, auditoriums, and the photographs with the cultural activities. And we have to provide the photographs of the sports, all the sports area, you have to provide the photographs. So in the NAAC portal, the space will not be much available to link all these, link all these photos. So what you have to do is, we can upload all these information in college website. So we can provide the link of the college website to this link, so it will be more easier. Since NAAC is providing for us only for limited GB to upload all these informations. So coming to the next part, that is percentage of classrooms, seminar halls with ICT facilities. So this is how many, that is number of classrooms. Here we have to tell the total number of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT facilities. If the classroom is not having any ICT facilities, only it is having a blackboard or a whiteboard, we must not include that number in this number. Only we have to include the classrooms which have the ICT facilities, that is smart board, projector with LCD projector, and the system. We have to tell the number of classrooms, that we have to give the response here. And for the first link, number of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT enable the facilities. So in the view document, you have to give in an Excel form, that is name of the classroom, whether it is first BSc chemistry, and or we can give the room number of the classroom, and we have to tell the detail, whether the classroom is having LCD projector, and whether the room is having a computer and a whiteboard or a smart board. We have to give all these details in an Excel form, and you have to upload these informations. And then in the additional, you must include all the classrooms with the geotag photographs. So here is all, since we are having more number of classrooms, we have to cover all the departments. So for example, if it is a chemistry department, we have to include all the classroom photos. I will show you some examples. So this is a classroom photo. So you have to take the picture of a photograph like this. That is, we have to cover the room number, what is the class name, and then we have to show the board, that is whether it is having LCD projector or not. And this is the correct geotag format photograph to be taken and sent to the NAAC. So here this is the correct format, and these are some of the geotag photographs of classrooms and seminar halls. So this is one of the hall in our college. So we have to take all the photographs and send to the NAAC. So what we did is, we uploaded all these classrooms. That is, if we click chemistry, so the classrooms of all the chemistry departments will be, photographs will be shown. So when we click biotechnology department, so the photographs of all the biotechnology department will be shown. So when we must upload all these information in our college website, and the link can be given here in the, here the link must be given here in the view document. Okay. So next one. Next one is average percentage of expenditure for infrastructure. Here you have to give what is the planning budget for the complete year. So for last 5 years you have to give the details, and with the auditing statement we have to give all the details. What are the budget we have planned for buying of computers and for a smart board, or for any construction, for all the things we have to include. And this must be included, we have to give the details only by excluding the salary of the staff. We must not include the salary of the staff. By excluding it, we have to give. So the details has to be given in the view document with the auditing statement. So how much amount we have required, the budget must be given here. The next part is coming to 4.2. It is library as learning resources. So it's a very important one in the infrastructure of a institution. So library. So here the students will go to read books and they'll acquire more knowledge. So the library must also be more equipped. It must be an advanced one. So here the 4.2.1 we have to give what are the we have to give the details about the complete detail about the library. So how many, what is the area covered by the library in the college? So we have to give that. That is all the salient features of the library you have to give, and then you have to give the working time of the library. So at what time the library will be open and what time it will be closed, and what are softwares which are available in the library. So and then what are the books available, and we have to tell the details about the e-library. And here we have to give how they are maintained, how the library is maintained. So in the link we have to give what are softwares available and how they are maintained, and all the licenses when we are buying the softwares, all which are licensed. So we have to give the licensed software details in this link in 4.2.1. Another one is in 4.2.2. We'll be telling about the rare books. We have to give the details about the rare books, museum, and other knowledge resources. So rare books, what is meant by rare books? Because the rare books is the books which are printed in the olden days. Even it can be a palm material, palm manuscripts. It can be included in the rare books, and also in the books which are printed in the 18th century or in 17th century. That the kind of books must be given, and we have to tell how many number of rare books are available in the library, and then we can tell the information about the museum. So our college is having a museum, the history department is having a museum. In the history department, they're having a palm manuscripts written, and also we can include the literature books of Tamil, English, olden literature books of Tamil, English, and Hindi and all, and other knowledge resources. So here, what are the other books available for this? There must be software just to check the plagiarism. So yeah, since the library was dealing with the thesis of the students, so in our college, even the PG projects are projects of the students will be undergoing this plagiarism check. So if they get this plagiarism minimum 4 only, that thesis will be allowed for the students will get free from this plagiarism check. So this plagiarism software must be available in the college. Also for the MPhil students, they use this plagiarism check, and we are having a book bank in our college. So that book bank is for the economically deprived students, the book bank, and there will be a reprography. That is, library users can photograph the materials if it's subject to copyrights. So that is called as reprography. And then department libraries. So in our college, even the departments are having libraries, or many colleges will be having. So they have to give the details about the books which are available in the department libraries. So it is very important, and how many number of books are available, and how the students are utilizing, So we have to provide the log books and all how the department is organizing the department library. We have to give the details about that. And this the institution has to access to the following. It is e-journal. So the institution must have the e-journal. So Sot Ganga, whether we have to give the response, whether we are having all these e-resources, remote resources. So if we are having, and then we have to tell it in them in details. So I will show you an example. So the remote access e-resources of the library. So we are having Sot Ganga. Well, what you have to do is for the NAAC uploading portal for the NAAC uploading. So here you have to take the screenshot of that, and then you have to upload in the NAAC portal. So Sot Ganga, which is combined with the Barasan University, and this is also one software which is available, Delnet, for the library resources, and then. And then we are also having access to the Web of Science. We're also a member of a Web of Science. Our college is a member of Web of Science. So all these e-resources which are available in the college library, we have to tell the details. So we have to take a screenshot of that, and then we have to upload it in the NAAC portal. And then next one is annual expenditure for purchase of books. Books, journals during the last 5 years. So the library will be purchasing the books and journals. So we have to give the how many books are purchased and journals are purchased for the last 5 years, and that must be provided with the audited statement, and there must be auditor sign, and we have to upload all these informations for this one. And next one is percentage per day usage of library by teachers and students. So since our college is having an RFID technology, so once a student enters into the library, it will be recorded, the time will be recorded, and as the student goes out, then the time of that will be also be recorded. So details will be recorded, that how many students visit how many students visit the library per day, and how many staffs visit the library per day. And we have to take at least 5 days, at least we have to take at least provide the information of at least 5 days in the NAAC portal. So here I have given the link we have given to the NAAC portal, details of the library usage by staff and students, and e-resources usage statistics. So how many students are using this e-resources. So that statistics part we have given in the NAAC portal. So this is the one screenshot of that. Next one, coming to the 4.3 IT infrastructure. So this is a very, very important part in for an institution. So nowadays in this pandemic period, this IT infrastructure is very important for all the colleges. So we can conduct like this webinar. And we can also have, we are now in, we are connecting with us, we can easily connect with the students. So this is IT infrastructure is very useful to us. So here, this is also one descriptive part of in the NAAC portal. So here you have to tell the details about the infrastructures available in the college, IT infrastructure available in the college, like as we are having ERP software in our college. So that software is a fully online, fully automated one, and that will connect all the academic and administrative process, that ERP. So it is a ERP, it is enterprise resource planning. So that we are having that software. So in this pandemic period, we conducted some exams to the students by online itself. So we will inform the students, the time we will inform the students, and the timetable will be given through online to the students. And at that time, the students will enter into the ERP, and each students will be given username, password, and the students will enter into the ERP, and they will attend the exams, and the marks will be immediately posted to them. So we after during this pandemic period, we conducted the exams to the students like this by using this ERP only, and now we are going to start the classes through online by using this ERP only. And then how much Wi-Fi facilities available in your institution? You have to tell the details. It is how much lease Mbps lease lines you are having. So our college is having 140 Mbps line, and we have to tell the number of computers available and what are the softwares which is available. There are many softwares available. What are the list of softwares you have to give? That is, for example, our language laboratory. That is, English department is having a language laboratory to for helping the communication skill for development of students. So that there is a software for listening, speaking, and reading. So the English department is having such a software. And we have to give the details about the controlled Wi-Fi optical points. We have to provide the details of that, and the optical fiber connected. What are the optical fiber connected user, and what are the hardwares available in the institution? We have to tell the details, like as cyber roam, hardware, network firewall. So we have to tell the details about that. And all these must be photographs, geotag photographs, and it must be provided in the link in the NAAC portal. And then as I told, the library is having an RFID technology, and as I before told that we are having a biotechnology information center, and we have the center is having a software. So we are having SPS package and Burkun software. So all these softwares are very helpful for this plagiarism check. So you have to give the photographs. So we can also provide the number of computers which are, so here coming to this part, student computer ratio, which is a very important one. So how many students are available in our campus and how many computers are available in the campus. So we have to give how many computers are used only by the students, not by the staff or not by the office members. We have to give only the number of students used by the computers used by the students. So in the departments or in the research lab, the students will use the computers in the research lab or in the departments, or it will be a common computing facility center. That is, we are having a e-learning center. So there the students are allowed to use, and also having a browsing center. So there the students will sit and they will browse. So the students computers numbers must be given here, and the student computer ratio must be given here. Actually, in this 4.1.3, we need not the criteria 4% cannot give this numbers, because other criteria persons will give these numbers and it will be automatically updated in this question. So in this link, we have to provide the invoice for the purchase of the computers or the vouchers we can include here, and annual stock entry of computers. Each department must maintain a annual stock report of the computers. So when it is purchased, whether some maintenance is taken place. So all these must be duly signed by the head of the institution, also by the head of the department, and it must be uploaded in the NAAC portal. Next one is available bandwidth of internet connection in the institution. So we have to give the response how many Mbps we are having in our institution. So we must provide all these informations. Sarah, am I audible?
Sam, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Okay, just I'm checking. Okay. So here in the link, what you have to give is the bandwidth which is given by, for example, if it is given by BSNL lease line we are getting from the BSNL, that bill must be attached to the last 5 years. Bill must be attached to the link. So the certificate must be provided by the BSNL manager, that we are getting the lease line of how many MBPS we are getting the lease line. So that certificate must also be attached to this link of this question. Next one is facilities of the e-content. So these are some of the facilities which are available in our college. We are having a center for e-content development. These are facilities which are available, and we are having a preview theater. And this is, and also I proudly say that our college is having a community radio. So where it will be helpful for the students to organize some programs. So this is also some equipments available in the studio, audio video studio. So this e-content, we have to upload the information, so how much e-content we have developed in our college. And if it is uploaded in the website, we have to give the link of all these e-content in the link of the college website. So it will be, they can easily view the e-content facilities available in the college. Next, coming to the 4.4, maintenance of campus infrastructure. So to maintain a campus is a very little difficult. So there will be some, this is also a description part question. So you have to tell how the management is maintaining this campus. So there must be a planning committee. So we have to tell the details about the planning committee, and there must be some established systems and procedures for the maintenance. So we have to give the details about how it is maintained physically and how it is maintained academically, how it is maintained. So we have to give. So in the maintenance of physical, we have to tell the details of the technical and electrical maintenance team, and what are the AMC which are provided for the AMC which are provided for the instruments, and what are the first aid kits, and we have to tell the information how they are maintained and how the fire extinguishers are maintained. And we have to tell about the in our college we are outsourcing for cleaning or maintenance of the college. So we have to tell about the details how the college is maintained, well cleaned, and then about the security service of the college. And also we have to tell the details about the CCTV cameras and all that. And also we have to tell about the maintenance of the generators and the solar equipments. So all these comes under the physical maintenance. All these comes under maintenance, and how a building is maintained. That is, any repairing work is done in the college. For example, some plumbing work or some damage which has happened in the college, that maintenance we have to, all this information, how they are maintained, how whenever it is painted, the college is the buildings are painted, all this information must be given here. And then academic, when coming to the academic maintenance, so here we have to tell how the stock checking of the instruments, how they are maintaining the instruments by, and all the glasswares in the laboratories for each year will be undergoing some stock checking. So we have to tell the details about that, and we have to provide the details about the fault register and log books, and how the library maintained, how the library is maintained and the books are maintained, and how the high-tech instruments are maintained. And we have to tell about the AMC of all that instruments, and we have to tell about the damaged books, what happened to the damaged books. So the damaged books are again bounded, and it is stored, and also some books can be digitalized. So all these informations must be given in this descriptive part. And we have to tell about the computers, how they are maintained, on the softwares, how they are maintained, and then about the sports facilities, the sports instruments, how they are, the sports facilities, like balls, basketball, court, and all these, how they are maintained. So we have to tell the details, and how the students are using how many basketballs are there, volleyball are there. We have to tell the details, and also the equipments which are using for fine arts. So how they are maintained. All these maintenance detail must be given in a descriptive part in this 4.4. And the next part is the annual expenditure in coin. So here also we have to provide the physical academic facilities, the amount which are spent, amounts which are used for this physical facilities and academic facilities. So we have to divide the physical and academic facilities. So when coming to, as I told, when you're coming to the physical facilities, so we have to tell the details about what are the repairing works done, what is the amount spent for the repairing work, and what are the how much amount is paid for the AMC, and all these details must be given in the physical and academic part. We have to tell about all these maintenance of the instruments, and we have to tell the library and all that. We have to tell the how they are maintained, and the auditing statement of the auditing statement must be provided in this link in the NAAC portal. And then so these are some of the strong points. So these are established. There must be a well established system for the support of this laboratory, library, sports complex, computers, and classrooms. So the maintenance must be in a very good form. And these are strong points for the NAAC criteria. These are main strong points for NAAC criteria. So we must be very excellent in all these points to get A++. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, ma'am. It was indeed a wonderful presentation by Dr. L. Cathrine. It was really an eye-opener for all of us. She has given an overview of all the criteria, overall key indicators in this Criterion 4 of infrastructure in learning resources. Now we would ask few questions which our participants have raised. So one of our participants have asked, so can we, ma'am, can we, should I?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. So some participants have asked about how to calculate the percentage student using library facilities, and how is there any percentage formula through which we can calculate the percentage. So can you tell us something more about this?
For what, sir? For what we have to calculate percentage?
Library uses. I mean,
library usage.
Library uses by the students and staff. Is there any formula, specific formula?
There's no formula that's available, because what we are doing is we are having that software. So by daily it will be recorded. So the usage of the students and the staff, and actually by using that number we can tell the ratio. We can tell the ratio. Yes, it can be calculated and we can tell the ratio. This is how many number of students and staff visiting per day. How many staffs and students are visiting per day, and we have to tell the number of days, and we into 100 we can tell the ratio of the students and staff visiting the library.
Okay. Very nice, ma'am. And some participants are also wanted to know about the SPSS software you have pointed out.
Yes. The SPSS software is for statistics. We can use it for research. Purposes. Sometimes all the people of all the science field can also use, and also the arts people can also use this software just to calculate. To take a statistic approach, to get a statistical approach, we can use this software. Actually, nowadays the training are given for this SPSS software package. It's a very wide area, so it is mainly used for research purposes.
One of the participants wanted to know you mentioned uploading the evidence of photos, document on the institutional website. How to manage to track it against the affiliated in extended profile spreadsheets? So he wants to know about this.
Can't hear. I can't hear.
He wants to know, you have mentioned about uploading the evidences, photos,
Yes.
documents on the institutional website.
Yes.
So how to manage to track it against the affiliated in extended profile sheets?
Yes, as I told, the space will be given less. The GB will be very less for the things to be uploaded. So what we did is we uploaded all the informations in the college website, and we provided the link in that NAAC portal. So it will be very useful for us to upload all the informations.
So one more question.
Yes.
What policies can be adopted in order to maintain the ICT in the college? Whatever infrastructure is there, a lot of infrastructure in the colleges are there. So this ICT infrastructure, what kind of policy we can adopt for the maintenance purpose?
So we are ICT infrastructure means we are the classroom must actually in our college, all the classrooms we are having LCD projectors. So we are 100% IT infrastructure we are having in our college. So like that one for that reason also we have got this A++. So and also we have to get some smart boards in the college, and the staff and the students must know how to use that smart boards. So they must be given some training how to use the smart boards, and mostly we are by using that old method chalk and talk, and now we are using the LCD to take the classes for students, and we'll be given we are using some softwares which can be make them more alive in the classroom, because the students will be sleeping. So some questions we'll be posting some questions to them through virtually. So immediately they have to answer to that question. So we'll conduct a quiz virtually to students. So each students will be having a laptop in the classroom. So they'll be easy. I will be posting one question to them. By using this link, they will immediately answer that question. So I can get a statistic at how many students will be able to answer, how many students are answering correctly, whether they are following the class or not. So this is a nice method. So we have to, even the staff must get equipped with all these softwares. Recently we are getting trained with all these softwares to teach the students through online.
Yes. One more question which is
yes, sir.
for you. All the colleges are having websites.
Yes.
Now these websites are there with the information. So what else we can use for that to provide the extra thing to students, to facilitate students? What extra we can use to facilitate students?
Actually, in the website we can provide all the informations. Like us, we can divide in the website. We can divide all the curricular, curriculum and extracurricular activities. All these things can be included. So, website is a place where it will give the complete information about the institution. So it will be more helpful. We can provide all the information. So no problem. We must not restrict it. We can provide. We must provide. That is the most important, because when we were getting trained for this NAAC uploading, many resource persons came and came to us to train us. So that time, one of the resource person told that college website will speaks about an institution. So from to know about an institution, the website must be completely done. It must be more clear, so that all the information even a contact of a staff or a contact of a student, everything must be available in a college website. Yes.
Yes, yes. So it was a very informative talk, madam, and a
Yes, sir.
wonderful presentation by Dr. Cathrine. It was an eye opener for all of us. You have explained all the aspects of Criterion for infrastructure and learning resources.
Yes.
And it was very informative, and it was in your unique style, and it was self-explanatory. And you started with your talk with Go Green, Clean and Green Campus, then uh, to start uh, with the no vehicle day in the college.
Yes.
In a week. Then you also talk about the good mind resides in a healthy body. So you
Yes.
talk about the physical activities by the students, yoga and all that. And with that, you also explain about the aspects of the ICT, the use of ICT, how we can use it for the betterment of students' teaching and learning, and all the infrastructure aspects, right from the whatever facility. And you have given the examples from your college, the what facilities your college have, and what else other colleges can adopt. So many tips during your talk you have given, and I hope and I believe that all the participants and those who are online with us join this session, they will be highly benefited from your talk. And also we also have been uh, taken a lot of tips from that whatever you have presented. So Dr. L. Cathrine have given many wonderful tips during his presentation, and helpful tips to our IQAC. And I thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation, and your association with us is highly appreciated. And at any point of time when we require your help, definitely we hope that you will be helpful to us.
Yes,
So,
surely I will help. At what time you call me, I will surely help you. Yes, I also thank the management of SFS College for providing me this opportunity. Thank you, Reverend Father.
thank you, Dr. L. Cathrine, joining with us and sharing your expertise with us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
For
you, sir.
further,
Thank you so much. Thank
for
you.
further proceedings, I hand over the mic to Mr. Rojo John. Over to you, Rojo.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our next speaker, Dr. D.Ravindran, who is working as Associate Professor of Computer Science at St. Joseph's College, Autonomous, Trichy. Sir has completed 30 years of service. Sir is former Dean, School of Computing Sciences, St. Joseph's College, Trichy. Sir has designed and implemented online examination system in his college. Sir has served as chairman, PG Board of Studies, Bharatidasan University, Trichy. Sir has published research articles in 1 national and 26 international journals of repute. Sir was a team leader of getting AICT approval for MCA program. Sir was part of earlier 3 NAAC accreditations and part of QLM team in the recent 4th NAAC cycle. His area of interest are object technology and distributed computing, service-oriented architecture and web services, cloud computing, virtual and augmented reality. With this short introduction, I welcome Dr. D.Ravindran to deliver his talk on NAAC SSR Criterion 5. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor John. So is it audible and clear?
Yes, sir. It's very clear.
Right. Just a minute. Is my PPT clear?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So thank you, Jan, for introducing me. First of all, let me thank the organizers, especially the principal and all the faculty members of St. Francis de Sales College, NAAC, for giving me this opportunity to interact with you all. At the outset, I am very happy to be connected with all the participants from different states of our country and for sharing my experience with the NAAC assessment and accreditation process of our college, St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli, a 176 years old college, and the first college to introduce the computer science courses way back in 1981, and the first college to get or to cross this 3.5 mark by getting A++. That's the first arts and science college in the 4th cycle. So very happy to be connected with you all to share my experience. As you see, NAAC, the objective of NAAC accreditation is to infuse quality in higher education. As you all aware of the 5 different core values of NAAC: contributing to nation development, fostering global competence, inculcating value system, and then introducing this technology-based education, new technologies, and quest for excellence. So this process of assessment and accreditation, it has got a mechanism with 7 different criteria. And these criteria, they are all expanded with key indicators. And these key indicators, they're expanded with something called metrics. Okay, so the matrices are of 2 different types, as you all know. It's QLM and QNM, numerical and qualitative portions. QNM takes care of 70%, whereas QLM, it takes care of 30%. This QNM is full of numbers, that's all. Everything it's based on numbers. So if the numbers, if it is not available, if it is not enough, then automatically the scores will go down. And among these 7 different criteria, 5th criterion, I am going to deal with the criterion number 5. So that deals with the students' support and progression or support services. As you see, it has got 4 different key indicators, namely students' support, students' progression, students' participation and activities, and alumni interaction. So 4 different key indicators. So this fully deals with one of the very important stakeholders of any higher institution. It's the students. So we are going to collect and present the information pertaining to the students. So this information also percolates into other criteria, namely criterion 1, the curricular aspects, criteria 2, the teaching, learning and evaluation, and also in other areas, for example, in the 4th criterion also. It also gets extended into something called the extended profile. So the information that you are going to provide in the extended profile, it's going to be used in most of the calculations that I'm going to deal with that calculation later. So the information given in the profile and also in the extended profile, it's supposed to be very, very, very important, because that is the value that's going to be used in almost all the calculations. So for example, in 1, we have got information about the students, those who have taken up the value-added courses, and in feedback system, what are all the feedback mechanisms that you have with reference to the students. And then in the second one, it is the number of students enrolled, number of students who passed out, and the passing percentage, and also student satisfaction survey. That's also very, very important. It carries 60 marks. 60 points. 4 into 60, 240 graded points, weighted points. So all these things they deal with the students. But this criterion 5 is entirely meant for the students. So we are going to, it deals with the information pertaining to the students in the form of support services, the financial aids given to them, the events conducted for them, the courses or the conferences or workshop guidance facilities organized for them, like that. All those things we are going to deal with that. You are supposed to collect all these details pertaining to the students, collect them and then present it to the NAAC for the accreditation process. So let me just go inside. So as I already mentioned, we have got 4 different key indicators. Support services comes in 5.1, then the student progression, that's in 5.2, and the students' participation in various activities and competitions, that comes inside this 5.3, and 5.4 it deals with alumni, what the alumni they are going to do for the students, for the college. So these things are to be collected and we are supposed to present it in different matrices. For example, if you take 5.1, that's on the top left, you have got 30 points for autonomous colleges and 50 for affiliated colleges. 5.2 it is 30-30, 5.3 it is 30-50 again, and 5.4 it is 10-10. So if you consider the first thing, 10 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30, it comes to 100. So 100 points for autonomous institutions, and 50 plus 50, 100 plus 30 plus 10, 140 for affiliated, and for UG it is 130. So here it's going to be 25 and here it is 45. 5 points getting reduced for UG affiliated colleges, and for PG it's this 30-50. So 100 points for autonomous colleges and 130 or 140 for affiliated colleges. If you consider this particular first one, student support, you're going to deal with something called the scholarships or the financial aids from the government and also from non-government agencies. So that deals with the 1 and 1.2. And then you have got this capacity skill enhancement activities that comes under this 5.1.3. Guidance and counseling facilities available in 5.1. These things, they are all coming under this particular heading called support services. Coming to the second one, 5.2, we are going to deal with the placements, then higher studies, how many students are moving to higher studies, and also the third one, how many students have passed these competitive examinations, 5.2, 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3. So these 3 different matrices, they deal with these 3 different categories: placements, higher education, and then competitive examinations. And the third one is participation in various activities. Number of awards and recognitions won by the students. So that is the first one. And then the second one is a QLM question. You have to write a descriptive answer for this, the activities of the students' council. And the third one, the number of events organized by the institution. So the first one and the third one, they deal with the numbers, whereas the second one is the qualitative response. And the fourth one, it is the alumni engagement. What are the alumni services? The non-financial and financial aspects associated with the alumni. How far they are helping the students, and in the way of conducting some kind of guidance activities, helping them in the internships, placements, and so on, and also the financial aspects. So these 2 things are going to be dealt here in 5.4.1 and 5.4.2. So this is the overall gist of the Criterion 5. I'll go inside this each and every one. So moving to the first one, student support. So the first question is the average percentage of students benefited by scholarship from the government, provided by the government. Okay, so for this one, you are supposed to provide the various schemes of the government along with the number of students beneficiaries, and you have to add the list of beneficiaries also and the total amount received from the government, okay, along with the sanction letter and so on. So for example, if you see the BC, MBC scholarship available here, SC, ST scholarship available here, Hindu, SC, ST has like that different categories, how many students benefited and what is the total amount for each and every year, the 5 different years, okay. So that you are going to submit to NAAC. So for each and every year, you are going to specify the total number of students and the total amount. The amount also, it's not very important. Here it's only the number of students who are benefited. That's what it's important with respect to this first question 5.1.1. Similar to this, the second one is average percentage of students benefited by the non-government agencies and the institutions, the scholarships and the free ships. A free ship is one, normally you used to get these facilities by paying some amount, but if the students, if they don't pay anything and if they get this facility, we'll call it as free ships. For example, noon meal scheme, and then breakfast scheme, free stay for sports persons, free books supply from external agencies. All these things, they come under these free ships. And scholarships provided by the college or the institution, that also comes under this particular category. So all these non-governmental inputs and also the institutional inputs, all those things are to be collected and presented here. Here also it's going to be the number of students. You're going to specify the total number of students beneficiaries, that's all. What policy mechanism you're having for distributing these scholarships. So the institution should have a policy document, and such a document should be uploaded in the website, college website. And the list of students who have got these scholarships, maybe in the form of endowment scholarships or any other scholarships and so on. Total number of students benefited and the amount, and the award of free ships also. Who are all the persons who are supposed to get these free ships, and then allocation of these free ships and so on. The proof should be there. And finally, the amount that the college is spending or the amount that the external agency is doing, mainly the amount the college spends, it's going to be proved with the help of this audited statement. So all these things are just to substantiate the information that you are providing along with this number of students and the number of amount that the institution is providing. So here also it's going to be the number of students, because this particular webinar is only for increasing the scope. Okay, so this is the way that you need to concentrate, the number of students. The amount also is not that much important. How many students are benefited? I would like to stress something on the way in which the points are calculated at this particular juncture in order to sustain that the number is supposed to be important. For example, here, these are all the ways by which you provide the information. Government beneficiaries. Okay, 1718, for example, in our college, 1,745 students benefited, 1,925 in this year and so on. And similarly for this non-institutional expenditure, 18,598 students and so on. This way, the tables are to be provided. And you can also go in for expanding this information, a scholarship provided by the institution, management, financial aid, midday meals, breakfast, hostel facilities. If you are providing some concession for the hostel students, you can bring it here, different hostels, and total number of students. The amount is not that much important here, but the number of students. Why? Just see the thing here. For example, I'm saying for example. So consider this is the number of students benefited with 5.1.2, number of student beneficiaries. And how the percentage is going to be calculated. It's the number of students benefited by the scholarships and free ships by government, 5.1.1, divided by the total number of students. So this total number of students is going to be taken from the extended profile. So whatever information you provide to the extended profile, that comes over here. So automatically you are going to make a division, the number divided by the total number of students. So you get the percentage for each and every year. Okay, you take this table. For example, this is the table that you have considered. It's the data before DVV, before the verification process. And once if you have submitted this information, the DVV process will go on, and during the process, the DVV agencies may go down and they'll check and they'll verify the documents that you provide or the proof that you provide. And after verification, from 487, it may come down to 457. 502 may be retained as it is. 451 may be reduced to 410, and so on. Sometimes it may be retained if the documents are okay. Otherwise, it will be reduced. So this, if you consider this is the data that's available after DVV verification. Then this information, so for example, if it is for 1920, the number of students beneficiaries by government scholarships, if it is considered to be 518, the total number of students in the year it's 718. So divide this thing, 518 divided by 718, so automatically you get a percentage 72.1. That's how this percentage is going to be calculated. Number of students benefited by the total number of students. So it comes to 72.1 here. For 1819 it is 66.5, for this one 71.5, and so on. So 5 different percentages. You take the average of all these things. For example, you will be getting around 68.3, for example. So for this 5.1.1, the final percentage that you are going to the NAAC people, when they will come down to this number, 68.3, according to the information that we have provided here. That is after the verification, the NAAC people, that means the machines will allocate these percentages. So the verification will be carried out by the DVV team. Once the DVV team submits this information, it's up to the machines. The machines will calculate these percentages, and also this is 68.3. And here you see this is 68.3. Now this 68.3 is going to be compared with the score range here. This is what you call it as benchmarks. So this benchmark is going to be decided by the NAAC people. It is dynamic. Sometimes today it may be like this, tomorrow it may be raised to 80. Only if you get 80 to 100, you'll get 4. Like that, it may change at any point of time. It's dynamic. So in this particular case, I'm just taking, for example, if it is 70 to 80 percentage, it's 4. 50 to 70, it's 3. 30 to 50, it's 2. Like that. I'm taking this as the benchmark. So this is not for sure. Only the NAAC people will decide. Universities, it may change. Autonomous colleges, it may change. Affiliated colleges, it can change. And if it is for the first NAAC accreditation, it will have a different value. If you go for the 4th one, it will be even very strict. They will increase the level. So if you consider this as an example, our value comes to 68.3. So that falls under this particular category. So only 3 points will be allocated for that particular question, 5.1.1. And if the weight is 5, so it is multiplied with that weight. So 3 into 5, so 15 points. Okay, out of maximum of 20 that you can get for this question. So you'll be losing 5 here because of this. Suppose if the value crosses this 70, that is the range here, crosses this 70, and for example it comes to 71, then it's going to be, you'll be getting 4. You'll be falling under this particular category, column 1, and 4 points will be there. So 4 into 5, 20. So you'll be getting the maximum, 4 out of 4, or 20 out of 20. So even if it is a single number, maybe will change the entire process. So if it is less than 70, it's going to be, you'll be losing 5. If you cross this 70, you will be gaining this 5, and you will be getting maximum 5. That's the important thing. So this is what we call it as the benchmarking. Benchmarking, nobody knows. Even the DVV agency also may not know anything about this. Only the NAAC people will decide. And when they feed this information to the machine will automatically allocate these points, and the graded points will be weighted average will be calculated, and that will be used for final calculation. So you'll be losing something even based on entries. For example, if it is 700 and if it becomes 705, there may be a change. Okay, so you'll have to be very careful. So what is the motto here is increase the students' beneficiaries. The number is to be increased. That is the idea behind this 5.1.1 and 1.2. You have to increase the students' beneficiaries. Don't worry about the amount. Even if it is a meager amount, try to give it to maximum number of students. Suppose if the number of students in the college, if all of them they get some kind of scholarships, then definitely you are sure of 100% marks here in this question 5.1.2. So try to provide such a thing. Try to give them some kind of benefits. Okay, so with this idea, I'll move on to the next one. That is 5.1.3. So on the first day itself, Dr. Alfred Cecil Raj has introduced something like the questions or the matrices available in different criteria under different key indicators. It's of different types. As it is 5.1 and 5.1.2, some of the questions they asked for the numbers. And this is another type where you will have the different options, MCQ like questions. They'll give the option 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And you have to select whether you are satisfying all the 4 or 3 or 2 or 1 or 0. So there are 5 different options. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be the Likert scale. If you are selecting the option 4, you're going to get the maximum. If you are selecting 0, then you're going to get the minimum. So it all depends on the facilities, whether you have all these facilities or not. So depending on that, you will be given the marks. So questions like this, you try to go and select the option A, because that will fetch you the full marks. 4, maximum 4 you can get. So for example, this is a thing, whether in your college, whether you are providing any soft skill or communication skill facilities, life skills and computing skill facilities and so on, definitely you have to go in for all the 4. Option A. Even if you are not having any of these things, try to introduce it even at the fag end. That is the 5th year. Try to introduce it and show that it is available. It need not be there for the entire period, 5 years. Even if it is introduced in the last year, 5th year of the assessment period, then you can say that it is available in our college. That is the idea. That is the important key aspect. So in St. Joseph's College, you have got all the things. Guidance for competitive examinations you have conducted. You have got the career counseling facilities. You have got the 2 different counselors, 1 male counselor and 1 female counselor taking care of males and females. Soft skills facilities. All the PG students, they will undergo this soft skills course. It's one of the important course as part of the curriculum for all PG students. Soft skills program. Remedial coaching also it's there. Language lab and bridge course facilities are there. And we have also released some books for the soft skills and these bridge courses. So those books also you can add it as a proof. And then yoga and meditation facilities that comes under this life skills. Yoga and meditation facilities, then personal counseling. So all these 4 different things are available. So we have just gone for this option A and we have got the maximum 4. What are all the ways by which you can provide the proof? You can have some separate area reserved in your website. Guidance for competitive examinations. How many such guidance programs are conducted? When? Who is the actual resource person? How many students are there? Like that, you can have all the information attached to that. So for each and every category here, you can have separate areas. You can have all these things placed under one roof in the website, and you can provide that link to the NAAC people so that they can come and just go through all these things. Whenever they have some kind of doubt, they can just go through all these things. You can also provide the invitations, the circulars that you have provided, the brochures, if any, for the courses that you have conducted, the minutes of the meetings of, for example, soft skill program. There is a separate committee that's going into these things. The minutes of that committee meeting, reports with the photographs, the conduct of various programs along with the photographs, the list of programs and the beneficiaries, attendance sheets of the students, the various books that you are going to use for different programs, photographs with date and caption. Even if it is not geotagged photograph, you can have this date and caption that you can provide. It's better to have geotagged photographs, but if you have taken it long back and if it is not there, you can just add this date and captions to each and every photograph. The certificates that you have provided, and another thing is the grade or mark sheet that you are providing. Suppose if it is an autonomous college, you'll be providing the mark sheet in which you will be a proof for all these things. Try to push as many proofs as possible. There should not be any second thought in the minds of the DVV team. Once if they go through these things, immediately they should accept that, okay, everything is there. So such a mind you have to create. So by just providing as much as possible. So try to push as much as possible. Don't worry about the space. Only 5 MB of information can be uploaded to the NAAC website. All other information you can keep it in your website just to provide links to the NAAC people. Whenever they have some kind of doubt, they'll just come and they'll go through this document and they'll get satisfied. Once they are satisfied, immediately they'll allocate, they'll accept the information that you have provided. Suppose if there is any problem and they'll send a query, and if the answer to the query is not satisfactory, then automatically the numbers that they have provided may come down. Suppose if they doubt, you don't have any kind of ICT or computing skill facilities in your college, automatically they will not accept the option A, that is all the 4 are available in our college. They'll just go down. They'll go to B. Thereby you'll lose some important points here. So try to push as much as possible. Okay, so for example here, in our college, we maintain the information like this in the college website itself. Bridge course in English, career counseling, guidance for competitive examination, language lab, what are all the machines available, what are all the softwares available, schedules, students attending this course, like that, everything will be available here. Personal counseling, remedial coaching, soft skill development program, yoga, meditation, like this. Each and everything it is available here. Suppose if you pass this link, they'll come and just go through that and they'll be satisfied. So if you go to yoga and meditation, you'll have all the information pertaining to that with all the programs, number of beneficiaries, the dates and the resource persons, photographs, everything will be available here. Okay, so coming to this next metric in that first key indicator, average percentage of students. So here also it's going to be the number of students. Even though they say that it's average percentage, the percentage will be calculated by the machines. You are supposed to provide only the numbers. How many students they got guidance for competitive examinations and career counseling. Okay, so you specify the name of the scheme, the number of students you have got passed in the competitive examinations, number of students placed, okay, circular, brochure, attendance certificates, all those things you can provide. So here for this one, so the guidance of the last 5 years, each and every year, how many programs are conducted, how many beneficiaries and so on. Okay, so you could have something like this: coaching for NET set courses, UPSC examinations, GATE examinations, like that. Different examinations you can have coaching classes. You try to identify the everything with respect to that coaching, reporting, photographs, minutes of the minutes before you start conducting these courses, the attendance sheets of the students, everything. Similarly for all other things, career, personal counseling, induction programs, and so on. Okay, so this is, for example, we have collected information like this. In 17-18 guidance for competitive examinations, it's 95. Number of students, it's 95. Personal effectiveness, 120, like that. So you can identify the total number of students for 2017-18. So in that way, you identify the total number and upload it. So it all depends on the number. The scores or the points for this particular question, it depends on this number. So try to include everybody into any one of these programs every year. So if you have got 100%, if all the students, if they are part of any one of the courses, You need not worry about how many courses a particular student is attending. Even if they have attended one, then the number could be included here. So the total number of students, if all the students, if they have attended at least in any one, then you can have 100% of the students. So the information coming from the extended profile, so when you divide it, you will be having 100%. So definitely you will get maximum marks. Then coming to the last metric in this one. Here it is a QLM based question. The institution adopts following redressal of student grievances. Okay, how we are going to solve the grievances of each and every student? If they come out with some kind of grievances, what is the mechanism that you are going to use in order to solve? So that should be available in the form of a document, and that document should be uploaded in the college website. The constitution of various committees available for this grievance mechanism, and then for each and every committee, they would have conducted different meetings at different point of time, at least 2 meetings every year. You try to upload those the minutes of those 2 meetings, and also the number of cases received, number of grievances received, and what action you have taken with respect to that grievance. That also is to be uploaded. Don't say that it's a 0 or nil or no grievances you have received like that. So definitely you would have received some grievances, and just to say that these are all the grievances you have received and you have solved it like this. So that mechanism you are supposed to provide. So the minutes of the grievance redressal committee should be provided, and then you see the notice. So here I have just eliminated some of the portions here. As per the directives of the College Students Discipline Committee, the following students are dismissed. So such a notice also you can upload it. And then the chronology of the incident, how you have proceeded with that grievance, whether you have consulted your lawyer or not, whether you have consulted the student, and whether you have consulted the staff is concerned like that. So what are all the events, the chronological event? So everything you have to specify. So if you provide documents like this, the DVB people will not have any problem at all. They'll immediately accept everything. They'll move on to the next one, because they are going to spend hardly 5 minutes for each and everything, each and every metric. So it's going to be very fast. They'll go through it, and if this type of documents if they are provided, they'll be satisfied. So you can have a variety of committees. Anti-ragging committee, it's a must now. Students grievance redressal committee, anti-sexual harassment committee, student welfare committee, and girl student welfare committee. What are the constituent members of these committees? Minutes of each and every committee. They should have conducted some meetings, and that minutes also should be provided, and so on. Okay, just to summarize this first key indicator, student support. That's 1.1 to 1.5 percentage of students benefited by non-government agencies, capacity building, skill enhancement activities, and so on. I just summarized some of the points here in 5.11 and 1.2, the first 2. One college, I have not mentioned the college names. Okay, in the first cycle, the response is 3.88 in one of the colleges, and they got 0 points. And in the fourth cycle, the response is 35.68. This is a percentage. We're talking about the percentage earlier, no? So if that percentage is 35.68, definitely you're going to get 4 points. So you can be very sure. That is, if you cross this 35.68 or 35, then definitely you're sure of 4 points. Suppose if in another college it is 5.1, the percentage, they got only 1 point for that. So they are falling under the first range according to the benchmark. In the third cycle, I have just compared 3 different colleges. They got 60.97 as the percentage, 78 and 70 point something. All of them, they got 4 points. Okay, so from this one, the benchmarks, you can identify that if it is crossing 35, then you will be getting maximum marks. That is the benchmark that you can infer. I'm not saying that if it crosses 35, it is 4 months. With respect to the evaluations performed earlier, and just analyzing these things. If it crosses 35, definitely you are going to get 4 points. So try to ensure that your percentage for the first question, percentage of students benefited by government scholarship, it crosses 35. And if it is less than that, then automatically the points may come down. Similarly, for 5.1.2, for non-governmental agencies, if it is 21.8 in a fourth cycle, 21.8, you are going to get 4. But if it is 10.1.9, you are getting only 3. So you can judge the benchmark. If it is 1.56, you'll be getting 1. Okay, so for this one, if the percentage, the beneficiaries, I told you that you have to go in for maximum 100%. For this question, you need not go up to 100%. Even if it crosses this 21.5, or if you are having 25%, definitely it's going to be 4. Okay, so this will give you an idea about how far you have to increase. And using this type, mechanism, you try to provide the scholarships or some kind of free sheets to the students. And coming to the other one, the 5.1.4, fifth one is the QLM question, and percentage of students of 1.4 benefited for guidance for competitive examinations. Here the percentage you see 31.14, it is 3 points. And in the fourth cycle, both the colleges, they have just excluded themselves in evaluation. So you can very well opt out of this evaluation for some of the questions. I think maximum it is 10 marks in each and every criteria. So these two colleges, they have opted out. And in the third cycle, one of the colleges, they have given it as 5.94 and they got 0. And 100% it is 4. And 0.39 it is 0. So here one key aspect is the percentage of students benefited by the guidance for competitive examinations. Here there are two different questions, A, 1.4A and 1.4B. In 1.4A, they are asking for the number of students who have attended the competitive guidance for competitive examinations and successfully completed that exam. And B, the number of students who have appeared for the examination. Okay, so the denominator, it's not going to come from the extended profile. They are not going to consider the total number of students here. It's the number that they are going to provide here in this particular 5.1.4 only. 1A, it's the number of students who have successfully completed, and 1.4B, it's the total number of students who have appeared. So you try to collect all those students who have successfully completed, just copy the information into the second question also. The number of students who have appeared. Don't add any additional information, because you see one of the colleges, they have given it as 100. All those students who have appeared for the examination, they have cleared. So it is 100% mark and they have got full 4. Even in a college with 2,000 students or nearly 600 or 700 students going out of the college in the final year, 100 students or even 20 students, they have attended and cleared the competitive examinations, and only those 20 they have appeared. Then in that case, definitely you are going to get 4. So that is a secret. Okay, right. Thank you. Shall I move on to the next one? The students' progression. So here you have got 3 different metrics. Average percentage of students with reference to the placements. How many students are placed? So here you have to specify the total number of students and placed with each and every company, how many students. Like that you have to provide all the details. The name of the employer with the contact details, the number of students placed in that particular company, details of each and every student, what is the pay package, the appointment letters, ID cards, everything. All those things you provide in order to substantiate your information about the placements. Okay, so here also it's going to be the number of students who are placed. It deals with only the number. See, the company offer letter, you can add it as a proof. Various companies and number of students placed in that such companies. And then photographs if you are having a campus drive. Okay, different things with captions and so on, English captions, date and everything you can specify. Okay, that is with respect to the placement. That's 5.2.1. In 5.2.2, it's also again the number of students who are moving to the higher studies. Okay, UG to PG or PG to MPhil and so on, different categories. You have to provide the proof in the form of ID cards, the admission letters, fee payment receipts, and if they have completed some year back, you can get the degree certificate from, for example, if they moved from UG to PG, they would have completed UG some 3 years back, they would have completed PG in a different institution year back, you can collect the degree certificate, that also you can have it as a proof. So how many students have moved to the higher studies and they have continued. So in that way, here also it's the number of students. Right. The third one is student, that is average students qualify in state and examinations. So like this different examinations now. So here you are going to have the certificates, official results, test marks and so on. Job recruitment tests are to be avoided. Okay, so these three, the first question, first metric is 2.1. It deals with the number of students placed. The second one is the number of students who moved to the higher studies. And the third one, number of students who are qualified. Okay, so there in 5.1.4, it is the courses or the coaching classes conducted, number of students attended in that coaching classes. But here it is 5.2.3, it's the number of students who are qualified. Okay, how many students qualified in this examination? Like that you have to specify. Okay, and summary of this comparison of this, and for 2.1 number of students placed, it's in the first cycle. If it is 14.07, they got 4. You see, the benchmark is not 90% or 80% and so on. Among the available students, if it is 14.07, you will get 4 marks. And if it is in fourth cycle, if it is 18.76, it's only 3 points. So they'll maybe very strict with respect to the cycle 4. And if it is 9.26, they'll be getting only 3. But in cycle 1, if it is 14, they'll get 4. But in cycle 4, even after getting 18%, it's only 3. In cycle 3, for 13.99, they'll be getting 3. 12.96, it's 2. So here you can just see, if it is 13 and more, you can get 3. If it is 12.96, it's only 2. Okay, so you can get a rough idea about what percentage should be there for placements. And for similarly for progressing to higher studies, if it is 10.67%, it's 2 marks, 2 points. 26.9 in the fourth cycle will fetch you only 2. And 24.86 will fetch you 3. So this is in different periods. So this is long back, 24.86, and recently it is 26.9. You'll be getting 2. So that's why I told you that the benchmarks will be changing. The NAAC people will change the benchmarks. They will be increasing that level. Okay. So here for level cycle 3, 37.78 will fetch you 2, 27.842 and 8.821 and so on. So these are all in different periods. Okay. Recently, a year back, if it is 26.9, you'll be getting only 2. And similarly for 2, 3, if it is 100%, percentage of students qualifying in the examinations, number of students qualified and successfully completed divided by total number of students appeared. Make it same so that you get 100%, 100%. So if it is 100%, definitely you'll get 4. Suppose if it is 8%, you'll get 3. Why you worry about this? Make it 100%. All the students who have completed successfully, they are the only candidates appeared for the examination. If that is the case, then definitely you are sure of getting this 4. Okay, right, thank you. So I'll move on to the next one. Third one, so this third criteria, third key indicator has got different matrices. The number 1 is the number of awards or medals received. So here it's going to be the number. The percentage is not going to be calculated. The number that you are going to provide will speak. Okay. So the name of the award received, it should be university, state, national or international level for sports and finance, fine arts activities. Okay. All the awards received, and the e-copies of the award letters and the certificates available. Even if you have paper clippings, you can just have it as a proof. Suppose if it is in local languages, English captions are to be specified. And if the students have participated in the RT parade, that also you can include it here. So here the total number of awards or medals received. So that alone will speak. That alone will fetch the mark here for this particular question. It's not going to be the percentage. And the second one is the presence of students' council. Okay, and what are all the activities performed by the students' council? What are all the activities they are undertaking? For example, the camps, the melas, okay, conducting events like other camp, passport camp, like that, and the constitution of the students' council. Okay, how many members are there? How they are elected? Okay. And these members who are selected, or even other students, if they are part of the bodies or committees, you specify all those things. The photographs of various activities and the reports for each and every activity, all those things you can add it. And the activities of this student council are to be explained in a descriptive manner. So you need to express everything. Try to include all those activities, even if they conduct some department-wise games or department-level fine arts competitions and like that. So everything try to bring it inside, try to collect it from different places, and then try to bring it and write. A team meant for QLM, they are supposed to write everything. They are supposed to collect from different quarters, and they are supposed to write overall thing. Maybe with respect to 500 words are the maximum. Okay, the third one in this particular category is the average number of sports and cultural events conducted by the institution. Here also it's going to be the numbers. Try to conduct different events and try to put the numbers here. Each and every event, okay, you need to have a report, the photographs, the press coverage, invitations, the program sheets, the circular brochures, if any, list of students who have participated in that, and then the winners, a number of sports and cultural events, like that. Everything you try to present it. So here it's the number. Even if it is a very simple or smaller event or with a lesser scale, that also you can include it. It's the number. Okay. So if you are organizing a fine arts competition with the different competitions, each and every specific competition, you cannot have it separately. That should be considered as a whole. Okay, one event. Like that, you need to have different events. So the numbers here, it's going to speak. Okay, increase, try to increase the number here. Okay, so just to have a comparison, the response 61 events all through 5 years, the assessment years. If it is 61, you'll get 4. Even if it is 25, you're going to get 4. That is in the 4th cycle. Okay. And in the 3rd cycle, if it is 14, you will be getting 2. And if you have conducted only 2 events, you will be getting only 0. Maybe if you, for example, I suppose that if it crosses 5, you will be getting 1. If it crosses 10, you will be getting 2. If it crosses 15, you will be getting 3. And if it crosses 20, you will get 4. The benchmark would be like this, based on this information. That's the inference. I'm not sure about that. I think that maybe you can infer the information from this table. And similarly, 5.3.3, the number of sports and cultural events. If you have conducted 11, that's the number of 5.3.1 is the awards or medals received, and here the events conducted 5.3.3. If it is 11 different events, it's 3. 14 events. This is for the 4th cycle, it is 2. For the 1st cycle, even if it is 11, you'll get 3. But for the 4th cycle, it's going to come down to 2. So from this, you can be very sure that if you go up the ladder from 1st cycle to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, they'll be very strict. Okay, suppose if it is 75.4, definitely you will get 4. Okay, so coming to the fourth one, or the last key indicator in this fifth criteria, that is alumni engagement. Okay, so the first one is a descriptive answer. You are supposed to describe the various activities of the alumni association. Non-financial aspects, maybe in what way they are involved. For example, they might have been involved in guest lectures, organizing seminars, or providing placements, or providing internships for the students. All those things are to be collected, and you are supposed to put everything in a descriptive manner here. First of all, the association should be a registered association. That's a very important aspect. And then if you have got various chapters, then the activities of each and every chapter, the number of meetings conducted, minutes of each and every meeting, okay, who are all the members who have attended, and suppose if they have organized any other activity, any other program, the photographs of all those programs, they are supposed to be attached here. They are supposed to be used as a additional information. So that will be to substantiate what we have written here inside. So the number of meetings of the chapters, minutes of the meetings, they might have been, the alumni association may be involved in counseling, okay, or career guidance, the various services, sponsoring some of the activities in the college, placements and training. They may come down to the college campus for training. Okay, nowadays it's easy to interact with all those things because so lots and lots of facilities are available. So keep them updated in order to motivate the alumni members. Keep them updated about the college events. Honor them. If they have achieved something, honor them in order to bring them back and in order to use their services. Just now and then you try to honor. In some of the activities you can honor the high achievers. There are a variety of social media available with which the students of the current students can interact with the alumni members. You can reserve some space also for alumni for interaction and putting some information about the alumni details there in the website. All these things are just to attract them. They may be involved in the guest lectures, they may be used as a resource persons and so on. Variety of options, variety of ways by which the alumni members are to be used, and all those services, all those interactions with the alumni members, they are supposed to be captured and placed inside this descriptive answer. For example, here in our college, the alumni members, they are helping the poor students in the breakfast scheme. So all those members who are enrolled in that breakfast scheme, and then the mechanism for monitoring those students. So these facilities, we have uploaded all these things. And alumni association, the minutes of the alumni association, the various contributions of the alumni members, and the amount here. So there is a separate audited statement. So this is a signature of an auditor. So he'll justify, he'll just give the proof that these are all the amount received over the years from the alumni members. And then you have got a separate office, alumni office. They'll take care of everything. Okay, the clinical lab is being maintained by the alumni office, alumni members, alumni chapter in US, the members, the programs conducted there, the photographs, a separate website also it's there. So all these things, they contribute to the way in which the alumni members are interacting. And the second one here in this particular fourth key indicator is the amount, the financial contribution from the alumni members, the alumni association. Alumni association as a whole is contributing something. They are maintaining the various things available inside the campus. Okay, we have got a hostel facility also, guest house facility available there, maintained by alumni association, named after our honorable president, former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So we are the alumni members, they are maintaining a guest house. So and the information and also the amount that's coming into that for the maintenance, everything, it's going to be audited statement should be there. The quantum of contribution of each and every member, each and every year, everything should be collated and presented. The audited statement is supposed to be an important thing. So an extract of that may be retrieved and submitted to the NAAC by the principal, the authorized person who can sign and present the information. Okay, so having gone through this fourth one, I'll just summarize the second one, 5.4.2, presence of an active student, that is okay, so here it is the alumni, the finance, this is wrong. 5.4.2 is the financial contribution of the alumni. If it is greater than 5 lakhs, then it's 4 points in the first cycle. If it is greater than 15 lakhs, it is 4 points. If it is between 2 and 5 lakhs, it's 1 point in the fourth cycle. So you have got 0 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and greater than 15. So if it is greater than 15, you are sure of getting 4 marks. If it is 2 to 5, it will be only 1 mark. In the third cycle, if it is less than 2, it is 0 marks. If it is greater than 15, it is 4 marks. Okay. So in that way, based on this gradation, greater than 15, it's 4 marks. 10 to 15, it's 3. 5 to 10, it is 2. 2 to 5, it is 1 mark. And less than 2, it is 0. So in that way, you try to have a good rapport with the alumni members, try to establish some alumni association, register it, and try to have some activities, involve the alumni members in the various functions of the college, maybe as I told you, in variety of ways, as resource persons, as guest lecturer, for guiding, career guidance, and for so many activities, involve them. Definitely that will help. Okay, so just to summarize the key indicators and the matrices. Okay, so there are 4 different key indicators in this Criterion 5. First one is support. Second one is progression of the students. Third one, how many of them have participated in the events and the activities. And fourth one is alumni, associated with the alumni members, alumni association. Among the various matrices available, for the first one, 3 different matrices are based on numbers. Number of students who received the government scholarship, number of students who received that scholarship from the institution, and so on. 3 different matrices are on numbers. 2 of them are of this type, MCQ based type, and no QLM questions in 5.1. So totally 5 are there, 5.1.1 to 5.1.5. And similarly in 5.2, progression of the students. First one, how many of them are placed? Second one, how many of them moved to the higher studies? And the third one, how many of them have successfully cleared the competitive examinations. The third one, 5.2.3, it fully deals with the information that you provide there with the 5.2.3, A and B. Number of students who have successfully cleared, number of students who have appeared. Okay, that is totally independent. For the first 2, you have to be very, very, very careful, because the first one is the number of students who are placed, and the second one is number of students who have moved to the higher studies. Combining these 2, the total, the percentage should not cross 100. You should not say that 70% of the students have were placed, and in the second question, 65% have gone for higher studies. That is contradictory. So the total should not cross 100. So you have to be very careful. Okay. Third one is participation of activities. 2 of the questions are on numbers. Here the percentage will be calculated, but here it's only the numbers. And one of them is this descriptive answers, that is QLM, qualitative in nature. And for the fourth one of them is qualitative in nature, that is services rendered by the alumni. It is the qualitative nature. And another one is MCQ based. Various options are given, A, B, C, D, E, different options are given. First one is the amount received from the alumni is greater than 15 lakhs. And another second one is 10 to 15, like that. So different MCQ type, you select that and so on. So totally it is here it is 8 on numbers, 3 MCQ based, and two of them are QLM based. So 8 plus 5, 13 different matrices are there. So totally for autonomous, it's 100 marks, and for affiliated colleges, it's either 130 or 140, depending on whether it is a UG college or a PG college. Okay. So with this, I'd like to conclude by just thanking the organizers for giving me this nice opportunity to interact with you all. I also wish all the aspiring institutions a very grand success that's crossing this 3.5 mark and thereby getting this A++ grade. During that period, it was very difficult to gather information, but nowadays lots and lots of resources are available with which you can collect information, and based on that you can present. And one point of caution, this achieving this particular mark is not possible with one person, for example, a principal or IQAC coordinator or select staff members. Everybody should contribute. Okay, it's the duty of all the members, all the faculty members, all the stakeholders involved. It's the duty of everybody, all the stakeholders. If they are involved and with committed work, if they do it, definitely they'll achieve success. And my best wishes to each and every institution or the staff members attending this particular webinar. Thank you. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Sir, we have received few queries from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The first query is, can we include a student information in the list, even if he is getting only a partial fee benefit?
Partial?
Fee benefit.
Yeah, definitely you can include it. It's not very important to specify that on the number, the amount that you are going to receive, amount that you are going to provide. It only deals with the number of students. The number of students it's supposed to be important, irrespective of the amount. Even if you have provided 100 rupees as a prize money or as a scholarship to a particular person, you can very well include him.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, another question is, if the photographs are not geotagged, whether NAAC will accept it or not?
Yeah, because the geotagged photograph, they have given it only recently. Over the period only they have given it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Even some 5 years back in 15-16, he might not have taken a photograph with geotagging and so on. Now only maybe after 2018 or 19, you might be taking geotagged photographs. If it is 15-16 or 14-15, it may not be available. So you can very well upload it with the captions, with the English captions, and you can very well upload it. Definitely they'll accept it.
Okay, sir. Sir, next question is,
Yeah.
Sir, can you elaborate more about ICT computing skills in the 5.1.3? ICT and computing skills. So which, what things we can include here?
Yeah, in the ICT, so we have got an ICT center in our college. Mainly the NAAC people, they'll ask for the e-resources. So how many e-resources are there? So there is a metric on that. So there should be some kind of facility with which the e-resources are to be created. So whether you have conducted any program for developing these e-resources, for example, e-lectures. Some training might have provided to the staff members, and some workshop might have been conducted in order to create these e-resources in the form of e-lectures, and also the PowerPoint creation, and with the PowerPoint how we can convert it to video with the help of narrations and so on. You might have organized some workshops, so all those things you can bring in. Even if you have conducted one, you can say that I have conducted that, and that facility is there. With the help of that, the ICT center, what else you are doing, whether you are giving any internet access free of cost to the students or not, other facilities, okay, maybe providing Wi-Fi facilities like that. If these things are there, definitely you can say that you have got this ICT based activities.
Sir, if some department is conducting some computer course, some certificate course, can we include that here also?
In which areas?
Sir, this one 5.1.3, that ICT computing skills.
You can include. You can include.
Okay, sir.
Don't try to eliminate yourself. You try to provide them. If they are not up to the level, let the NAAC people deny it. Okay, whatever that is possible, try to provide. Even if it is conducted in a particular department, you can very well add it. Okay, you can say you try to go for the first option. In somehow, if you want to score, because this is for the webinar is mainly for better scoring. So how to maximize that scoring? Try to provide that. Even if it is conducted in a single department, you provide it. Let them accept. Okay, that's possible. Sometimes they will accept.
Sir, another question is how to provide geotagged photos for online programs like webinars, e-conferences, etc. How do we get the geotagged photos?
So geotagging is the two different values, latitude and longitude. These two values are to be incorporated in the photograph that you are going to take. In most of the cameras available now, you can just enable that option of including this longitude and latitude along with the timing, date, everything. So whenever a conference is there, it's going on, you take photographs enabling all these things. Automatically your photograph will have this geotagging, that is the latitude and longitude. So those DVB people, they'll just verify whether the photo is taken within that particular campus or not, just to verify that. And if you are providing some photographs of the infrastructures available, that will also have this latitude and longitude. So by using the net, they can easily verify whether this particular point indicated by this longitude and latitude, whether it falls within the area of the college or the institution or not. So that they'll verify, and whether it is actually in that particular building or not. Exactly, they can identify that. That's the purpose for which they want these two values, geotagging. So that's possible nowadays with almost all the cameras.
Yes, sir.
So here afterwards, if any program is being conducted, try to take geotagged photographs. It's better.
Yes, sir. Sir, if iCard is not available for a particular student, ID card, student ID for a particular course, so what are the alternate documents we can provide?
For the persons who are proceeding with the higher studies, no?
Yes.
Yeah, ID card will be better, or admission letters, if any, that can be produced as a result. Or suppose if the student has completed that PG course from a different institution last year, you would have completed UG some 3 years back. So the degree certificate that he has received, that also you can attach it as a proof. He has completed his course in this college 3 years back, and after that this PG course from a different institution, this is the proof for that, like that. Okay, somehow maybe a selection list if the institution is displaying in the web or the notice board, that also you can have it as a proof. Any one proof will be enough for that.
Sir, one more question is, if a student graduating in 2018-19 will go for post-graduation or got employment only in 2021-22, in which year we have to give related data and documents? In which year? Either 18-19 or 2021?
It's going to be, so the number of students placed or the number of students moving for higher studies, it's connected with the final year students. Yes, sir. So the number of students who are graduating out or in the final year, so you might have uploaded that as part of the extended profile. In the extended profile, you will have information about the number of students in the college, number of students who are there in the final year, number of students with some kind of grievances and so on, how many grievances you have received and so on, like that, different things. So this particular question of the placements and also the students moving for higher studies, it deals with the final year students. For example, if you are providing information about 18-19, it should be connected with the students who are completing it in that particular year. 18-19 they would have completed, and that year itself, they should have been placed in some organization. And at the same time, 18-19, 19-20, you should have joined in some places, 19-20, immediately after that. So that you can have it as the student number of students moving to higher studies. So if it is 18-19, placement in that year, and the students moving to higher studies, it's in the year 19-20.
Sir, if we got higher education admission in the next year, then which year we can give? Suppose if he got admission in the 2021, okay.
If
so,
he is not joining the course immediately, and maybe with a gap of an year or two, he is joining some course again, then it should be attached only with 18-19, because he is the student who passed out in 18-19.
Okay.
So it should be attached only with 18-19.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Indeed, it was an excellent talk. You clearly explained how to score maximum points in the Criterion 5. We have learned a lot of new information from your talk. We appreciate your taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with us. I express my heartfelt thanks on behalf of the management, principal, and staff to Dr. D.Ravindran, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity. I enjoyed it a lot, and definitely I hope I has delivered something which will be of some help to the institutions, aspiring institutions. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So tomorrow we will have two speakers, Dr. A. Swami, IQAC Coordinator and Associate Professor of Mathematics, St. Xavier's College, Tamil Nadu. He will be speaking about Criterion 6, and in the next second session, the speaker will be Dr. Clayton, who is Assistant Professor of Social Work, Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur, Tamil Nadu. So with this, today's sessions come to an end. So see you tomorrow. Thank you. In the next second session, the speaker will be Dr. Clayton, who is Assistant Professor of Social Work, Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur, Tamil Nadu. So with this, today's sessions come to an end. So see you tomorrow. Thank you.